Now that didn't sound like complete random noodling, because I know that every chord shape has a pentatonic shape wrapped around it. Major chord, major pentatonic, minor pentatonic. And once you can see these chord shapes sitting within your scales, you will know exactly what to do when the next chord changes. So today I'm going to show you how to wrap your pentatonic scales around any major or minor chord built from the D, G, and B string. And here's how it's going to go. First, we're going to recap how to play major and minor chords using the D, G, and B strings. Then I'll show you the pentatonic shape that wraps around them using my hybrid shapes so that you know how to play anywhere on the fretboard with these. And finally, we'll go over how to use this in a real life chord progression so you know how it sounds and you know how to use it yourself. And if you miss this, you're just going to be playing the same old chords and same old scale shapes you've been using, so you're not going to want to miss this one. And quickly, there is a free PDF to accompany the video, so make sure to grab that down below. So first off, our major chords using the D, G, and B strings. So there's 3 shapes. First we have this shape here, which is for if our root note for the chord that we're targeting is on the D string. So in this case, this would be an A major chord. Now our next major chord is if our root note is on the G, so this is a C note here, and if I build this major chord shape around it, this would be a C major chord. And our last major chord shape is if our root note is on the B string, so in this case on the 6th fret of the B, this would be an F major chord shape. So wherever the red note is in that diagram, that determines the root note of the chord. So our 3 major chord shapes, D string, G, and B. Now next up is our 3 minor shapes. So again, starting on the D string, if our root note's on the D string, we have this shape here for a minor chord. So in this case again, it would be A minor, because this note here is an A. Now the next chord shape is if our root note is on the G. So for example, this is a D note, and I build this shape. This would give me a D minor chord in this case. And the last one is if our root note's on the B string, so in this case F. And if I build this shape, it would be F minor. So we have our D string shape, our G shape, and our B string shape. So these 6 chord shapes are quite interesting, and they lend themselves really well to the kind of playing you heard in the intro. So just remember, the red note determines the root note of the chord, then the shape you build from it determines if it's major or minor. So now we're going to learn which pentatonic shape wraps around those chord shapes. And there's only 2 pentatonic shapes you need for all of this and to cover the entire fretboard, and I call them hybrid shapes. So I'll quickly recap those and then we'll get into how to build them around your chords. So all these hybrid shapes are a mix of the horizontal and vertical shapes. So we have hybrid shape 1, which if I played in the key of A for instance, I play up to here. This is my horizontal shape. Right, you've heard this one before. And now what makes them a hybrid shape is I can add these notes here from box 1 of my pentatonic scale, and it's going to fit in nicely to that horizontal shape. Cool, so that would be hybrid shape 1, which is your first horizontal shape combined with pattern 1 of your pentatonic scale at the top. Now the second hybrid shape is the same idea, but if the root note was on the A string, and it's our second horizontal shape. And all we do is at this top part here, we can add this note from pattern 4, which I find is quite useful. Right, that's going to work really well. So we have 2 hybrid shapes. The first one is the horizontal shape mixed with pattern 1, and the second one is the second horizontal shape mixed with pattern 4. And if you need more help with that, I'll leave a link below to a lesson where I go over it in more detail, and you can check that out after this video. So now we've got our 6 chord shapes and our 2 hybrid pentatonic shapes. Now it's time to combine them. So first off, we're going to start with our major chord shape on the D string. Now in this case, this would be a D major chord because this root note here is a D note. And now the hybrid shape I build around that is right above it, I can build hybrid shape 1. So this is my red note, and you can see these are the chord tones here. But all around here, this would be my first hybrid shape. Right, this is my box 1. Here's my chord again. So that's where you would build hybrid shape 1 relative to your major chord with the root note on the D string. And this is all movable, so if I were to play that same chord down here, so this would be A major, I can just build that same shape. Same shape around there. Now next up is our major chord with the root note on the G. So in this example I've done it on the D chord, because this is a D note on the G, and we build it around here. And this puts us really nicely right in the middle of hybrid shape 1 again. So we're in like our pattern 1 box. And if you want to extend it, you can use your horizontal shapes. And again, this is movable. So if I wanted to do that in A over here, because this is the A note on the 14th fret of the G, I could play it up there too, and it will help if I tune my guitar as well. Now our last major chord shape is if our root note's on the B string. So in the case of this diagram, I did it in A, because this note here is an A on the B string. And now around this chord shape, you want to play the second hybrid shape. So if I go from this red note, I can slide up here. I have my pattern 4 note back here from the vertical shapes, but I can go back here. So that's how you play the pentatonic scale around that last major chord shape. Now next up is the exact same idea with our minor chord shapes. So starting off, we're going to play a D minor chord with the root note on the D string. Now around this chord shape is going to be hybrid 1, and we're straight in the middle of it. So you have all these notes to play with. So whenever you're playing that minor chord shape with the root note on the D, you're straight in the middle of hybrid 1. Now next up is our minor chord with the root note on the G. So if we did it in G minor, because this is a G note on the 12th fret, here's the shape, and I'm in the middle now of hybrid shape 2. So that's how those two work together. Now the last one is my minor chord if the root note's on the B string. So in the case of this, we're on the A note here, 10th fret of the B, and this is my shape. And this puts me in the top part of hybrid shape 1 really nicely. Gives me a lot to work with. So hopefully you're starting to catch on to how this works, and remember there is a free PDF below, so make sure to download that so you can see the diagrams clearly. And if you want some personalized direction on how to practice this stuff and incorporate it into your playing, I do offer 4-week custom practice plans where you let me know how many days and how long you can practice in a week, and I'll show you exactly what to practice and how to practice customized to you for 4 weeks. So I'll put a link below for that too if that's something that interests you, but let's get back to it. So now that you have all these chord shapes and you know how to wrap your hybrid pentatonic shapes around it, let's go over how to actually put it into practice. So at the start of the video, I played a very common chord progression. It was D major, A major, B minor, and G major. And I chose to play it in this middle region of the fretboard. So step 1 would be find all your root notes for those chords on these 3 strings that our chords are built. So the D, G, and B. So for my D major, I chose this D note on the G, so I built the major chord with the root note on the G around it. Then for my A chord, I had this A note right above here on the D string, so I built this shape. And then for B, I had this B note on the G here, and it was a B minor, so I played this shape built from it. Then for the G at the end, the G major, I had this G note here, which is the root note on the D, so I played this shape again. So my 4 chords were D major, A major, B minor, G major. So that's the first thing I would do, is get used to those chord shapes for whatever chord progression you chose. And then what you can do is start adding in some notes or playing through the hybrid shape that surrounds it. So for my first chord, which is a major with a root note on the G, I know it's right in the middle of my first hybrid shape. So I can noodle around with that a bit. And for my A chord, I know that's right around that hybrid shape 1. So I could play around with that. And for my B minor chord down here, I know that was around hybrid shape 2. And then for my G chord, again this major chord shape with the root note on the D, I know that's just right on top of hybrid shape 1. and then back to my first chord. So once you get your head around that a bit, you could try and move that same chord progression to a different area of the neck. So I was starting in this kind of fret 0 to fret 7 region. I could try and move more to this part of the fretboard, maybe like fret 8 to 15-ish. So starting off, again, my D major chord. I use this one here with my D note on the D string, and I know that this chord shape, again, is right above that hybrid shape one. And then the next chord was A major. So my A note's here on the B string. So I build my major chord with the root note on the B. And I know that hybrid shape 2 is around that one. Cool. And then my next chord, I'm starting to forget now, was B minor. So I have this B note here on the B string. So I would build my minor chord with the root note on the B. My B chord's right here, and I know that that falls right into hybrid shape 1 again. And then my last chord was G major, so I had this G note right here. So I build my major chord shape with the root note on the G, and I know that just falls into pattern 1 again, hybrid shape 1. Cool, so putting that together, D, hybrid shape 1. A, hybrid shape 2, and then B, hybrid shape 1 again, G, and again hybrid shape 1, back to my D. Didn't quite stick the landing there, but you get the idea. Quick thing before you go, all these shapes only really work if you know where all your chords belong on the fretboard. Otherwise, you'll just be guessing. So I've got a video which shows you how to map out your chord progressions using these exact chord shapes we worked on today over here. Watch that next, and all of this will click into place.